Hello and welcome to Mighty High's World. This is episode 86, and the last episode we planned out what we're going to be doing about this witch farm. So I planned out an area of 180 blocks wide because I thought that was going to be enough to actually build this perimeter for the witch farm, but it turns out I was wrong. But we actually needed to double it, so it's a 180 block radius instead of a 64 block radius. So what you can see behind me is I've basically extended our perimeter that we're going to do. So if we just take to the skies here, you can see I've got some janky blocks around the outside, basically just marking out where the perimeter is going to be. So this was the old perimeter here. And then this around here is the new perimeter lines. So it does interfere a bit with this mountain over here, but I'm not too worried about that. It just means that I've got a lot more water to clear. So I've also been busy with other stuff. So if we go over here where I'm just basically using it as a makeshift storage system, with all the shulker boxes and that, I have in one of these shulker boxes, so we have more sponge here. So on the top here, this 9 bits of wet sponge and 24 sponge we got from raiding the last ocean monuments, but I've also got almost another 2 stacks for raiding another ocean monument. Believe it or not, I found 4 sponge rooms in the same ocean monument, but this ocean monument was really special in the fact that it was only half an ocean monument. I kid you not. So I actually have a bit of footage of me getting the sponge, and you can see for yourself how small this ocean monument was. So here it is, guys. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that, and you can now see how small that ocean monument was. Also, I had no guardians to fight either, which was a double bonus. So not just did I just get 2 stacks of wet sponge from that, I didn't even have to fight any guardians, which is awesome. So that brings us up to pretty much 2.5 stacks of sponge now. So that's going to help a lot in draining this place. But that's not all I've done. So if you haven't noticed already, there is pretty much no clay around here, and that is because I've mined it all. And over there where all my shulker boxes are, we have about 2 shulker boxes full of clay. So in this shulker box here we have almost a full shulker box full of clay, and notice it's the clay blocks and not clay balls. And then in one of these, this one here, we have a full shulker box. So we've got quite a lot of clay if we wanted to make something out of bricks. And the reason why they're clay blocks as well is just so it doesn't take up as much inventory. Because if I was to fortune these, you'd only get 4 clay balls anyway, and it would just take up too much shulker box space. So I thought silk touching them was a better way of doing it. So yeah, so that's another thing I've been up to, is basically mining all the resources around here. Let's grab some fireworks quickly, and then there's another area I would like to show you. So this is the other area I would like to show you, and it's basically just a load of obsidian outlining a specific area, and this specific area is a river. So if I press F3, you can see that we're in a river biome, and then if we go out of here, we're in the swamp. So this is an outline for what will eventually be a squid farm, because I thought it makes sense to actually use this space for something more than just the witch farm. Because if I was to have a hostile mob farm around here, it would interfere with the witch farm. So I can't really have any more hostile mobs around here, which is the whole reason why we're blowing the whole thing out anyway, to increase the spawn rates of that witch hut there. But we can have a passive mob farm over here instead, because that won't interfere with the rates of hostile mobs. So here I am probably going to make a squid farm, and this doesn't really look like a big area, but considering I'm just in a single player world, I'm assuming and hoping that this will produce enough squid so for the rest of the season, or when I decide to give up this world. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. Also, dark prismarine is a really cool block to use, so I do need some kind of ink supply coming in, so why not make a squid farm here? That is pretty much everything I've been up to since the last episode. So the next thing I need to do really is start draining this area out. So I'm going to just probably drain a little slice of this first, and then blow it up and then see what happens. I have started on sectioning out some areas for drainage, mainly this bit of ocean here. So as you can see, it's exactly how I drained the ocean monument out. I've just squared it off, and then we can use our sponge like this just to drain it out. So some of these bits are going to be easier than others. For example, that was pretty easy, but I'm just going to add a bit of sponge there. So that only took 2 sponge to do, but some are going to be a bit more annoying, like these bits here. So I think the best way to do this is in the form of a time lapse. So let's roll that music and get started. time lapse. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it wasn't that long, and I did kind of cut it short because it's not really that interesting watching me drain a lot of water, and also it's a really grindy, laborious job. So I did actually cut that short, but since the last clip, or since that time lapse, I have actually been doing quite a bit of work since then. So I cleared out this area here in the time lapse, and then I had to extend it a bit because I'm not entirely sure the radius of this, so I decided to extend it out another 10 or so blocks. So I've drained this bit as well, but I've also been doing some other stuff as well. So you saw me drain a bit of this bit out here, but I've also drained quite a bit of it out now. So if we fly over to here, you can see that I've started to do some other stuff. One is draining a lot more of this swamp, and it's taken quite a while. As I say, it's just a really grindy, annoying job. Not to mention you have to smelt the sponge as well, which is really annoying sometimes, especially when I have to fly all the way over there to do it, like literally right over there. So yeah, but also I've started to actually blow up some of this ground on the floor. As you can see here, there's like a massive trench here, which I've been experimenting with because I'm using slime blocks and flying machines to actually do this. So I've kind of set up a makeshift thing here. I have been doing some testing in my testing world, so it might actually be a good idea to show you guys what I've been doing in the testing world, because you get a better view of it than up here. But so let's go into the testing world and I'll show you what I'm going to be building, to what I've done to actually blow this hole in the ground. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are in my testing world. This is actually the world where I built the wood farm and also the concrete maker. So the wood farm's there and the concrete maker's right over in the distance there, but that's by the by really. Alright, so here is the contraption that we're going to be using. So here you can see there is a TNT duper here, and that is connected to a flying machine. So this is El Mango's TNT duper that I had help with, and the flying machines I've kind of really always been able to build them, but I can't remember who I actually got the design for. So this is kind of like switched off at the moment. So we've got a lever here, we can switch that off now. That won't actually do anything. We kind of need to give these blocks an update. So I think it's that one, and that will go back, and then it will go forward again like that. And you can see that it is not dispensing TNT yet because it's going that way, but as soon as it goes or flies back the other way, it will start dispensing the TNT. And that's because of the slime block here we've got, or shall I say sticky piston here. So here you see it dispensing the TNT. As you can see below us, I've been doing some extensive testing, making sure that this is somewhat reliable and does work, and it does, as you can see here. So I could technically just get rid of this and show you guys it moving onwards, but that didn't work because the flying machine kind of broke. So let's do that again. So that should work the same way. Basically just moving this TNT duper left and right with this flying machine. So as soon as it comes back the other way, we should actually see it blow up quite a bit of this ground. So let's wait for that to happen and let's see the damage it does, because it's pretty fast, to be fair with you. You can't really tell from the hole I've already made how good it is, so it's probably a good idea to show you. So here it is coming back and launching the TNT, and as you can see it's pretty fast dispensing the TNT. It's pretty much every second or so, and it doesn't really leave room for any mistakes if you do make any, let's put it that way. Although working with TNT, mistakes are made quite a lot. I should know because I've blown up a couple of these already. And yeah, you can literally just see the destruction here. It leaves about 4 or 5 TNT in one place. So it's pretty good. Yeah. Like, This is going to be an absolute awesome thing to do, but as soon as it hits this water it won't do anything. Hence why I need to drain the whole swamp out, because it's hitting the water but it's not doing anything, as you can see here. But as soon as it goes over there it will. So let's stop this now, and like so. Let's take it forward, and then let's go back to our single player world and start constructing a few more of these. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're back in Mighty High's world now, and I have built another flying machine slash TNT duper, which is over here. I haven't built the return station for them yet. That's mainly because I'm not entirely sure how it lines up. But if you wanted to build this yourself, I'm not going to go through block by block how to, but just remember that you need to build the flying machine one block away from the TNT duper. That's because otherwise the game thinks that this is part of it, so it won't actually pull it. But if you build it a block away, the game doesn't think that this is a part of this, so it will actually work. I haven't got a clue why, but it does. So let's launch this and see what happens. See, as you can see, it's just for some random reason not taking the whole thing. I don't know why. Oh, that might be why, because of that dirt block there. Might be in a push limit for that dirt block, so when it comes back it should actually work. But this will actually give me a good idea of where this flying machine is going to go over here. So let's wait until it comes back, and then I can actually build this return station, because it shouldn't affect anything over there at least. I'm hoping not, although slime machines are very temperamental sometimes, or shall I say flying machines are very temperamental. They don't always do what you want them to, let's put it that way, but they are pretty cool to work with. Just really frustrating at times, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so this is coming back now. Actually doesn't take that long, but you might have also noticed that I'm only really putting flying machines around half of this perimeter, because I've got to destroy this half as well. The reason why I'm doing this is because if I'm over there on that block line there, for example, then whatever's over there won't load properly, and it will basically mean that the flying machines will stop working halfway through, and also the TNT duper will as well, which you don't want to happen, let's put it that way. So let's build the return station. So we are coming out of the side block here, so let's just mark that with a slime block, I guess. So we need to use that as a basis to build our return station. So now, because I'm in survival, it's really quite annoying sometimes. Ow! That was a delayed reaction. Oh, the lag on this game is really annoying sometimes, especially since 1.14. But anyway, let's pillar up quickly. This shouldn't take long to do. Yep, cool. I need to go down a bit as well. Okay, cool. Now I need to pillar up around here. This is why it's taking so long to build anything to build these, because one, I'm high in the sky, which is really annoying to build stuff, and two, I'm in survival, which means that I have to use scaffolding and stuff like that. I probably should just bring a load of scaffolding with me, to be fair with you, but this will do for now. So let's put a repeater going that way on 3 ticks, but I like to use 4 ticks. Then we want some redstone on top of that, like so. I'm not going to put a trapdoor on there yet, but you would do eventually, so we can get rid of these now, just so that the TNT doesn't actually hit it, because a couple of times I've forgot to take my scaffolding away and the TNT's blowing up the whole thing, so that can happen, I'm not going to lie, and it's really annoying when it does happen. And I've just got the wrong block out. I do not need pistons. Let's grab some obsidian, and we want to ring this all around here to power this block here. So we actually want a bit up there. Then what I've done is I put a repeater there on 4 ticks and a repeater there on 4 ticks. just to give it enough time to actually reach that, so it's not going to interfere with the flying machine. Because if it's just a one tick pulse, then it will actually make these two slime blocks and the flying machine stick together, then you'd have to build it again. So let's grab some redstone and run that up there, like so. I had to go to my base and get a load more redstone, but that should work. As you can see, it's pretty much the same over here as well, although I'm using 2 blocks gap here for some random reason. Oh no, it's the same. Just looks a bit different because there's no flying machine there, but I assure you it will work. So then I basically just need to put some trapdoors on here now. So let's put one there and then one into that redstone there. So hopefully when that comes back, it should pick up the TNT duper and start dispensing once it flies back again. So let's just make sure that does happen. So let's fly over here, try and land if we can. Yep, just about. It's a bit precarious, I know. And then I can actually add that there now instead of on that side, just so it's even. So yeah, let's wait until this guy comes back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will dispense TNT when it's coming back. So I need to sort this one out a bit as well. As you can see, the piston's decided to bud power itself, and that was a normal piston for some random reason. It's supposed to be a sticky piston, so that should work on the way back now as well. So let's just watch this one because it's coming in now. So that should pick that up, go to about this block here, and then come back. Oh, it doesn't come back because I haven't put a trapdoor on it. So when I put a trapdoor on that, that won't do anything because what the hell's going on here? Oh, I'm stuck in here now, am I? What? Okay, that didn't work. So let's try it again. Let's wait until it goes back and forward again and see if it works this time. Or I just fall. But in the meantime, I'm going to sort out this one here, which is not really that hard to sort out. It's pretty much done now, if I can actually land, that is. So yeah, let's try and land here. Yep, cool. I think that's sorted now, so all I need to do is give this a block update and it should work. But I think I should probably wait until the other one comes back first, and then I'll launch this one, just so that that's somewhat in sync. I know it's not going to be 100%, but I do like it when things are in sync. And also, you may have noticed I'm not bothering getting rid of all these trees, and that's because the TNT should blow them up eventually. Although, I've never seen a mushroom like that with a longer stem on it. That is the first. I know I'm getting a bit sidetracked here, but that is a crazy looking mushroom. I should probably go round collecting all the mushroom blocks, if nothing else though. So that should be coming back, but it's not. So I've done something wrong over here. What's going on here? Something is, I know that much. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I think I've got this sorted now. I've had to rebuild the flying machine, but I think everything's in working order now. Let's just go around here and double check if I can actually land, but nope, that's not going to happen. Let's try that again. Nope. Third time lucky. And nope. How about this time? And yeah, just about. So let's wait for that to come through. Let's just double check I've done everything. I'm looking for some cobblestone at the moment. So that's that. Technically needs to be a block off, but hopefully it shouldn't matter too much, although it might stop as well. So let's just see what happens here. Nope, it's going back now. Awesome, so that's working. And it's dispensing the TNT, so that is absolutely awesome. So now we can set this one off, like so. And we can watch the ground explode, and I probably need to patch some stuff up like that with the water, for example. So why don't we go into another time lapse and watch this completely get blown up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're back, and you might notice a lack of time lapse, and that's because everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. For a start, this flying machine here started to mess up and go backwards and forwards for whatever reason I still haven't figured out. If it does it probably won't do it now. See, it doesn't want to do it now, but it did in time lapse. And then this flying machine decided to blow itself up for whatever reason. So I'm gonna have to rebuild that. Oh, it wasn't the flying machine, it was the TNT duper, but yeah, and I can't flipping land anywhere. It's starting to really annoy me. So yeah, as you guys can see, this project is starting to really get on my nerves at the moment, but I'm not going to get too disheartened, to be fair with you. So yeah, we have a blown up flying machine slash TNT dispenser. I think it's only got the flying machine actually. Yeah, we've got the flying machine here. We just need to build the duper again, and this one, for whatever reason, did want to work but then decided not to, so I'm not sure if it's going to work again, and I still can't land anywhere. So yeah, this episode is just summed up what is going on really, and even that doesn't want to work anymore because there's a minecart not in there for whatever reason. That's exactly what I'm on about. Oh god. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there for now, because I think I need to rethink what is going on here for a start and come up with a better design. So I shall do that by the next episode, I think. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Mighty High. If you like this video, then please click the like button, and if you really liked it, then click the subscribe button and ding that bell for further uploads. I've been Mighty High, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye!